working at a level a billion times smaller than the average scale we work at today.
But you, Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book until the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall increase.
In the 19th century, the locomotive and steamship replaced the horse and sailing ship as the primary movers of humanity. In the 20th century, it seemed almost certain that the automobile and aircraft were going to do the same, make earlier forms of transport largely irrelevant. Trains in particular were seen as obsolete, a slow and inconvenient way for people to travel, no match for the unfettered freedom of the personal automobile. When the first Shinkansen line opened in the fall of 1964, the world took note, because it made cars on expressways look like they were standing still, and once profitable inner-city air routes were now being threatened by a train. In just the first 3 years of service, the Shinkansen carried over 100 million passengers. New line not only better connected Japan's two largest cities, it seemingly pulled them closer together. A Tokyo executive could now attend a meeting in Osaka, more than 320 miles away, and still make it home in time for dinner. A combination of speed and frequent service made the world's first high-speed railway enormously profitable. And since 1964, the Shinkansen has maintained a pristine safety record, moving over 10 billion people without a single passenger casualty. Its punctuality is the envy of the world, with average delays measured in just seconds.
But computers had been getting more powerful fast, which got Kurzweil thinking ahead.
In 1981, I noticed this remarkable exponential curve, which was very smooth, and I extended that curve out to 2050. Now we're in 2012. It's 30 years later, and we're very much on that curve. Artificial intelligence will reach human levels by around 2029. Follow that out further to, say, 2045, we will have multiplied the intelligence, the human biological machine intelligence of our civilization a billion-fold.
A billion-fold from today?
Right.
In its current narrow form, AI can already outperform humans at literally any mental task, from solving equations to playing chess. But if we were to unleash its full potential and develop AI into a wide form of intelligence, it could and would outperform humans in every way imaginable, especially if we partner it up with robotics. Musk sees only one way of escaping the impending doom of an AI-facilitated human extinction, and that is to somehow merge our own intelligence with machine intelligence. Without realizing, we are all already somewhat merged with machine intelligence by merely owning a smartphone and having access to the internet. With the World Wide Web at our fingertips, we are countless times smarter than without. The only limitation that we have is speed. Searching for information using the internet is slow in the way that we have to find, read, and process before we can relay any information back out. All of this takes time. The goal of Neuro-Link is to make this connection between man and machine seamless. And the best way to do that is to physically merge the two together using a microchip brain implant. So what exactly is this first-gen brain implant? Dubbed the N1, the very first Neuro-Link implant is a tiny 4x4mm square chip that will be directly implanted into the brain. Attached to the chip are tiny wires that are 10 times thinner than a human hair, which coincidentally is about the same thickness as a neuron. The threads are embedded into essential parts of the brain, where they can decipher messages that are transmitted between neurons. The threads then relay that information back to the chip, where it records the impulses, evaluates the data, and then stimulates its own responses. The chip and wires not only read the information that the brain communicates, but also inputs information back into the brain as well. A single Neuro-Link chip will be able to connect and communicate with 1,000 different brain cells, and an individual will be able to house as many as 10 implants, totaling 10,000 connections. Although he also says that if everybody around you has the brain power of a quantum computer, then you will probably be tempted to get the procedure done yourself, especially if you plan on competing for jobs and keeping up with conversations. The possibilities of Neuro-Link's AI implants are endless, and that's not a figure of speech. AI's knowledge literally has no endpoint because it's forever learning, working things out, and becoming better, all at a rate that we can't even comprehend. To paint a picture for you, with the help of Neuro-Link, you'll be able to do everything that your computer or smartphone can, but directly through thought. If you need to answer a question, your brain will just know it because it has untapped access to the internet, just like how you currently have untapped access to your own knowledge. With Neuro-Link, you'll automatically know everything that you'd usually need to ask without even having to pop the question. Date, time, weather, geographical location, Brad Pitt's height in inches, anything. But Neuro-Link is not all about information. It's also about interaction and communication. Because the embedded AI can wirelessly transmit electrode signals, users will essentially be able to communicate with other computers and chip-wearing people with mind power alone. This communication will be almost instant, as it would have zero of the physical restraints that we currently have attached to speaking and typing. Think of it like pinging a thought into somebody else's Dropbox, but faster. Neuro-Link essentially turns you into a living, breathing Alexa that can control pretty much anything with an internet connection. Video games, drones, cars, all powered through thought. Musk's mission to merge humans with AI is a pretty crazy concept to wrap your head around, but the speed and direction that Neuro-Link is moving makes it one with genuine possibility.